Could somebody please make it make sense?
Hey everybody, welcome to A Pop of Culture. I'm your host, the Esoteric and Facetious, and this is A Pop of Culture, my video essay podcast where I speak on pop culture, social justice, and the human experience from a black, bisexual, money perspective. Everything, and I mean everything I say, should be taken with a grain of salt, as I'm simply a recent college grad with access to a recording device and the internet. With that being said, it shouldn't be your sole reason to critique my views unless it's truly relevant. If you disagree with anything I say, let's have a civil conversation in the comment section below. With that being said, before I get into the topic of this video, I want to advertise my cover channel, A Pop of Culture Sings, where I sing throwback R&B, contemporary R&B, pop music, whatever I'm feeling, whatever you're feeling. So if you want to be down like Brandy, if you're down with the click RP Aliyah, then definitely feel free to check that channel out. Now, let's get into the topic of this video. So the topic of today's video is going to be Qaadir Howard, and this is going to be my Tyra speech to Qaadir. Thanks to everybody who supported my first video. I may still do a full-out video analyzing all the issues with him and his channel, but right now I'm doing a Tyra speech. If you're not familiar with the Tyra speech, during one of the earlier seasons of America's Next Top Model, there was this contestant named Tiffany who Tyra felt was very talented, but who she felt wasn't giving her all. So she gives this very iconic speech.
Yelled at a girl like this. When my mother yells at this, it's because she loves me. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
And this is going to be my speech for Qaadir, giving him that vibe. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go on camera for this because it's mainly going to be me reading from my phone, but I decided I would because all of Qaadir's stans and or lesions had so much to say about my appearance, so much to say about this beautiful face and this beautiful hair that of course I was going to show you. So get into this mug while you're watching this video in HD. Qaadir, let's take away all the fanciful labels you like to hide yourself behind. Child of God, artist, starving artist, struggling artist. Speaking very bluntly, you're an unemployed 33-year-old man, and what do you have to show for the time you've been here other than a dead channel that you yourself killed, and 100 or so people who kiss your ass because they know any criticism of you will get them banned, and a few other 100 or 1,000 people who pity you because they saw your potential in comedy never come to fruition because of your inability to work through your issues and make smart business moves. I used to love his videos. He was so funny. Sad what became of him. Is the sentiment of many of your followers who donate to you not because they think you're going to make it in music or entertainment, but because you're their seemingly mentally unwell internet play cousin who they know isn't very well capable of operating on his own, that they don't want to see go hungry or homeless. Your fans who have found success in life don't see you as on their level because you aren't. By the time someone's in their 30s, ideally they have found some level of financial security, put some money into savings, entered and progressed somewhat into their career field, and have attained some material comfort. Instead of ramen noodles, we do brunch. Instead of imitation perfume and knockoff shoes and bags, we have the coin to elevate, the coin to swipe your card without a second thought in the department store. Your 30s are supposed to be a time to explore what not being broke is like, to get out of survival mode, to progress from being new to adulthood to making adult moves towards what you want your life to become. Investing, buying a home, buying a rental property, dating seriously, getting married, starting a family, starting a business, going back to school. But Qaadir, when I see you, a 33-year-old man around a decade my senior, relying on Cash App donations to make ends meet and to make your personal career goals happen, while refusing to get a job or improve your Patreon or YouTube content, barely able to afford a Six Flags ticket and snacks, on a self-proclaimed diet of toast and grits, excited to get $1 and $2 donations to use for the value menu from fast food restaurants. I don't see growth and maturity. You say the college girls were sold a lie, but at least I don't see them e-becking like you. Growth would be realizing using other artists' music without their permission in your original compositions shows the lack of originality, professionalism, and a blatant unwillingness to adapt to the industry you claim to so badly wish to be a part of. Maturity would be realizing that constructive criticism and being held accountable by your subscribers and patrons for not fulfilling your promises is not hate. Maturity would be realizing that labeling everyone who gives you constructive criticism and blocking them only shows you can't take criticism, something real artists and public figures receive each and every day from countless numbers of people, not just a few people in the chat. When I look at you, all I see is a man-child who wants the world to bend to accommodate his desires over all else, and I honestly feel sad for you. You want to be a celebrity so bad. That's why you're always hating on celebrities, especially Beyonce, and refusing to get a regular job. She's everything you wish you could be as an artist, but the truth is you couldn't handle being a Beyonce level figure. And how do I know that? You couldn't handle managing a Patreon. When people ask you to deliver the content you charged them for, you made a diss track. You couldn't handle 130,000 subscribers. When you stopped uploading quality content and refused to listen to subscriber feedback, engagement began to drop. a lie. Instead of holding yourself accountable for refusing to deliver what Patreon and YouTube supporters wanted to see from you, you created a nonsensical theory about how YouTube, a billion-dollar company, shadow banned you and were, and I quote, personally trying to destroy you. Which is funny because you say you only made $50,000 for your entire catalog, which would be a drop in the bucket for them. But being honest about your situation would mean taking accountability. So instead of doing that, you will continue to fight this fake battle with a company that doesn't care about you. A conspiracy plot against you. The ultimate shield from accountability. I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. It's not my fault my Patreon and YouTube subscribers are dropping, even though I'm not delivering what I promised. Years between story times, years between podcast episodes, years between gameplays, years between commentary, years between cooking with Q. Repetitive commentary on 𝘎𝙤𝙗, Monique, and Beyonce over and over and over. Refusal to see other people's viewpoints over and over and over. Trump praise, COVID conspiracies, vaccine misinformation, QAnon conspiracies, and calling your audience homophobic slurs. You stated that you wished your critics would have been drowned by their homophobic bullies. Yet you're an innocent, misunderstood victim. You call yourself a mother, yet you verbally abuse your children. But it's impossible that people lost interest or became unhappy with your content, unsubscribed, and moved on, especially after you put your old content, the only content that people kept coming back for, on private behind a paywall. It sounds to me like, it's not my fault the cookie jar is empty. The dog ate the cookies. It's not my fault my homework isn't here. The dog ate it. It's everyone's fault but your own. You can't even handle mildly constructive critiques in chat or in station head calls. If someone isn't singing your praises, block, no matter how pure their intention is, no matter how long they've been following you. You block people for giving helpful suggestions after you threaten to end it all over a lack of ticket sales. Because the biggest enemy of Qaadir Howard is, wait for it, the truth. Because if you actually took the truth in for what it was, you would have to change your music and content, which takes effort, which you won't do. You would have to have humility and admit that you don't know everything, which you won't do. You would have to ask for help from others with more knowledge in certain areas, which would mean letting go of your pride, which you won't do. Comments encouraging you to make easy, doable changes on that live were blocked, and thousands of dollars of donations were taken and never be heard from again. That's the moment I lost all respect for you. You wanted to come on live and emotionally manipulate us for money, but any advice that could help you was censored, which tells me all you want is our money, not to improve your brand or music. You'll guilt us enough to open our wallets, then go back to business as usual, which is no business. That's another funny thing. You're always in need of money, but when you get it, it always quickly vanishes and your hand is out yet again. You beg, you plead. Making content is expensive. I can't do this for free. Even though you have a Patreon and the YouTube partner program. I mean, you could use those as income streams. You say, I need y'all to support me. But then once you get that support through money, you go back to that same dim, doo-doo lighting and no quality camera. Laughable quality for someone who's been doing it since 2006. But that bong stays full and ready. I noticed that. How many of y'all have clocked that? Everything is an issue with you. You became furious when someone told you to cut your unkempt lawn, which resembled a jungle more than a lawn. The sad part about it is, you didn't want to make a new podcast episode because you wanted to give your patrons what they were paying for. You gave them a podcast episode to sling obscenities at an elderly man for asking you to cut your grass. You came on podcasts to yell about a house father carrying on when you wanted to flirt with his house son. You came on live to rant about a black gay reporter who is gainfully employed not kissing your feet during your interview, stating he was jealous of you because he was fat and dark-skinned. Let that sink in for a minute. You came on video to bash a Best Buy employee for not selling you a display unit because you bought an open box unit, a discounted version of the product sold at a lower price because it might not be as good as a new one. You eagerly state how you ought to punch her in the face because she couldn't sell you the display. Notice the pattern. Every time you create content, which is low effort, it's not for the fans. It's for you to hear yourself speak. It's to hear yourself speak and to have people co-sign your delusions and gas you up. The sheer gall of you to hate on Beyonce's critically acclaimed sold out tours when every gig you've performed at turns into a screaming match you initiate in an angry live stream afterward. Forget just gigs. Every personal interaction you have with another person who isn't a part of your team turns into a live stream about how you, Little Miss Innocent, were wronged. At this point, I feel like a person delivering pizza to you or telling you that your shoe was untied would result in a live stream. We even have footage of you yelling and trying to initiate a fight with someone because you didn't read the instructions, but you're still the victim. Nobody wants to give you an opportunity. If only you had an opportunity, right? That's what you keep saying. A manager and a personal assistant while you're eating on the dollar menu. A manager and a personal assistant, and not one can read instructions. A manager and a personal assistant, while your ex, who you've been separated from for over a year, has to pay for your lawn, and you survive off the goodwill of others who are all one comment away from being blocked. I'm tired, so tired of the rinse and repeat. You have so much talent, Qaadir. You are destroying yourself trying to control everything. Refuse criticism and actually make meaningful changes to better you, your content, and your craft. Until you take a long look in the mirror, pause, reflect, and heal whatever demons are destroying you from the inside out, you will get nowhere. Do better. Be better. Get some help, please. That was my Tyra speech for Qaadir Howard. I just let have. I went there and it feels so good. It feels so good because this has been building up for a while. I've been very dissatisfied with him and his content and the way that he manipulates people. He just calls them out of their name. All of that. It's unacceptable. I want to know, what are y'all's thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Before you go, 2 things. One, I want to do a video that is titled Criticism for Qaadir Howard. It'll be something along that title. Why I unsubscribed from Qaadir and things of that sort. It's going to be on my channel. I will leave the link in the description, and it's going to be a video where you can literally comment whatever. This video is going to be an opportunity for you to voice anything you have to say to Qaadir, and whatever you have to say to him, put it in that comment section, because I'm hoping one day Qaadir will get the help he needs, and then he can look at those comments and see it's not just haters, it's people who wanted him to win, who are disappointed with him and the things he said and the things he's done. So go to that comment section and say whatever you have to say, and it will not be blocked, it will not be deleted. And also, 2, this is not the part 2 that I was planning to do. The part 2 I was planning to do was going to be a more in-depth analysis on Qaadir, the downfall of those things. I might still do that video, but if I do that video, I want to collaborate with people. So if you want to take on a part of the video, especially people like Suddenly Blue 2, Julian, and Grace, since they already have made videos and I know they can make videos, reach out to me, let me know, because I want to do a video where I break down certain topics, like him constantly using the term child of God, him using the label of starving artist, him claiming he was blackballed, him always bringing up the retweet situation, the deletion of his catalog, the celebrity rants, how he projects onto celebrities. I want to talk about the lesions, the LPA, the manager, and also the emptiness of his readings, how he is always trying to tear people down, but his readings don't really mean anything anymore because it's just him slinging insults at people. So those are some topics I want to break down. I actually think I would love to do like a live Zoom and film it, so if you would like to participate in that, let me know. We could honestly do a documentary style video with different people's contributions and then do a live stream after that, a Zoom, where we all talk about it. So if you want to participate in that, either the documentary part or the Zoom after party, then let me know, because those are some ideas I have. And also check out my other content. I'm also uploading a video on the toxicity and gaslighting of coming out within Black families. Love y'all so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye. Like this video if you like this video. If you made it to this point in the video, comment a thumbs up emoji below, or still here if you are still here. Subscribe if you want to see more, and make sure to hit that bell so you're the first to know when I upload new content. I upload new content every week. And if you're enjoying yourself, and why wouldn't you be enjoying yourself, to the left there's a playlist of all my video essay podcasts. I have 24 and counting. In the center is a button to subscribe if you just haven't had a chance to subscribe and you would like to. And to the right is a playlist of all of my covers and parodies. So if you are wanting to check those out, feel free to do so. And if you want to support me, if you want to support the show, first and foremost, a non-financial way you can support is just through sharing this video. I can make the thumbnails, I can, make the titles, I can do the tags and do keyword research. But one of the best ways that I can grow my brand is through y'all sharing this content with other people who like this type of content, because I nor you can control the algorithm, but I can control the quality of the content I make, and y'all can, if you enjoy the content, share with people who can like it, so that way, if y'all are feeling it, it's getting put out there, whether, the algorithm favors it or not. Somebody's gonna see it because you resonated with it and you resonated with me, and now you're sharing it with other people. So if that's a non-financial way you can support the channel, and if you do want to support the channel financially, my Cash App is linked in the description of this video. I'm trying to, upgrade my production quality and just, keep growing and expanding and, doing bigger and better. So if you want to help and support that vision, feel free to do so. All those who donate to the channel will be featured in the credits of all of my videos on both of my channels. Thanks so much for watching. Love you all. Bye-bye. See you next time.